There's just been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z and Beyoncé, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently, during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations. Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost. Adding fuel to the fire, an unsettling audio clip allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy has surfaced, courtesy of Diddy's former bodyguard.
Diddy reportedly has proof, and insiders claim it demonstrates exactly what Jay-Z and Beyoncé did during those covert freak-off parties which involve children. Beyoncé is in full panic mode, and it's not just rumors anymore. Why are her solicitors frantically trying to find out why media footage are going missing? And what did Jaguar Wright say that made them threaten Piers Morgan to remain in prison? You'll see why this scandal might topple the biggest power couple in music by the end of this movie.
Did you see where Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, introduced her salon son to your song, Shake Something?
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. You know what I mean? I ain't know how true it was or not, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know, if it come from in-house, you know, it's validated, but that's dope. It don't surprise me. I actually met Beyonce before. That was one of the people be like, who you met? You know what I'm saying? That like it threw you out, like it took you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce, she I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib. Like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, and it was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope. That was super.
Panic attack. Beyonce's solicitors are phoning, and the names Beyonce, Jay-Z, and FreakOff began to appear together in the same sentence after Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal publicly accused the couple of attending the same scandal-plagued parties. Diddy, everything changed. Lawyers immediately issued cease and desist letters, and according to some sources, Beyoncé's team even attempted to pressure media outlets into removing entire segments from platforms and scrubbing interviews. Fans aren't the only ones who are worried. What's intriguing is how, just a few months later, this legal drive occurred. For instance, Piers Morgan went viral after Jaguar Wright claimed that Beyoncé and Jay-Z were members of this exclusive network of blackmailers and traffickers. According to behind-the-scenes accounts, Morgan publicly apologized after his crew received serious legal threats. He then cut the program short, and viewers soon realized a significant piece was missing.
Jay-Z has been accused of being Jay-Z, being Diddy's lieutenant, being Diddy's buddy. Okay? Now, Jay-Z got accused of raping a 13-year-old, okay? However, there was an extortion motion that he filed. I'm sorry, there was an extortion complaint that he filed a few weeks ago where he went as John Doe. Unfortunately, in that complaint, it says that he is actually being accused of multiple instances of rape with both boy minions and girl minions. It gets deep. Now, there's a battle of words between Jay-Z and Tony Busby. Jay-Z said Tony Busby's corrupt. Tony Busby said, you got a lot to say about me, but you are silent on whatever these issues are. Methinks you protest too much. They are literally trying to put Tony Busby under, even though the one thing that can actually quiet Tony Busby up is
something until there's something to conceal, which is what fans are requesting. Comments like, all lies, why send out lawyers went viral on social media. And Beyonce's silence is more powerful than any denial. Everyone is now watching, not only the Beehive. But the thing that's truly driving the internet crazy, they attempted to cover up Jaguar Wright's shocking interview because what he said next stoked a fire that was already full of flames. Jaguar Wright has a history of controversy, but her most recent allegations rocked Hollywood. She didn't merely charge Diddy. She mentioned Jay-Z and Beyoncé's names next to his claiming that the Carters weren't merely attending parties, but actively taking part in them. She claimed that youngsters were transported in on drugs and recorded for extortion during private celebrity events, which are now known as freak-offs.
So, everybody thought that Tina Knowles liked to comment. Tina Knowles actually did like a comment talking about what was going on with Jay-Z, saying he was accused of raping a 13-year-old. She left it up for about 12, maybe 24 hours. Then she came back 24 hours later and said that her account got hacked. And she always stands by her family. We said, okay, Tina, we're going to let you go because all the power the hackers could have, and that's all they did, it doesn't matter. Everybody thought maybe Beyonce was furious. Beyonce wanted to abandon Jay-Z. Beyonce has come out and made a rare public statement. And guess what? She said, that's my man, and I'm sticking behind her. I'm sticking with them. She said they will get through this as a family. How do we know this comes directly from Beyonce? Well, it is directly in page 6 through Beyonce's people. Let's get into this statement. Beyonce said she's sticking by Jay-Z's side and prioritizing family amid
his even more concerning. She claimed that Jay-Z had planned numerous smear and silence campaigns over the years to keep these accusations alive. After Jaguar's interview aired, legal teams wasted no time in editing, flagging, and partially removing the footage. Even respected hosts like Piers Morgan couldn't protect the footage, which only stoked public curiosity. Because when media outlets start removing interviews, that's not damage control. She described the events in chilling detail, calling Beyonce dumb as a sack of hair and accusing her of being used as a cover hiding the darkness behind the scenes. Diddy has reportedly been hoarding the kind of receipts that could ruin whole careers, and he is currently facing.
With Diddy now facing the scrutiny of a federal investigation, it's only natural that fans are taking a magnifying glass to every little detail of Diddy's friendship with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Turns out Beyonce is facing some pretty eyebrow-raising accusations lately. I'm talking about everything from claims of sabotaging other black female artists to allegations of her dabbling in witchcraft. And guess what? These accusations aren't just popping up out of nowhere, they're coming from people who were once in Beyonce's circles. Let's talk about Kimberly Thompson, Beyonce's former drummer. Back in 2018, she shook things up by dropping a bombshell accusation claiming that Beyonce was knee-deep in what she described as extreme witchcraft. Thompson even filed for a restraining order against Beyonce, claiming that she was using spells and magic to mess with her even after she moved to another city to it.
When Homeland Security raided Diddy's homes, they took more than just paperwork. They also took computers, hard drives, and cassettes, which, based on leaks, had hours of video footage.
With Diddy now facing the scrutiny of a federal investigation, it's only natural that fans are taking a magnifying glass to every little detail of Diddy's friendship with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Turns out Beyonce is facing some pretty eyebrow-raising accusations lately. I'm talking about everything from claims of sabotaging other black female artists to allegations of her dabbling in witchcraft. And guess what? These accusations aren't just popping up out of nowhere, they're coming from people who were once in Beyonce's circles. Let's talk about Kimberly Thompson, Beyonce's former drummer. Back in 2018, she shook things up by dropping a bombshell accusation claiming that Beyonce was knee-deep in what she described as extreme witchcraft. Thompson even filed for a restraining order against Beyonce, claiming that she was using spells and magic to mess with her even after she moved to another city to escape.
Himself. According to a number of reports, Diddy is attempting to strike deals not to protect himself, but to exchange information. He is already facing charges that could end his life, so his only option is to expose everyone, otherwise the idea of Diddy naming names and turning over video evidence is terrifying for those who are allegedly on those tapes. Not only could Beyonce and Jay-Z face humiliation, but there could also be legal. If all of this seems too connected or too ideal to be a coincidence, it's because Diddy and Jay-Z didn't just go out together instead. They built an empire that may have been rotting from the inside out. A shocking new lawsuit against music mogul Diddy has surfaced, alleging
Beyonce
What's going
is
on?
losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything, just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say so?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is that.
Power partnership for several years. Diddy and Jay-Z have been presented as cultural idols and rulers, but the same authority they once displayed is now becoming a trap rock. According to former insiders, Nation and Bad Boy were a front for something, much darker than just music companies. I knew what
A new lawsuit against music mogul Diddy has emerged, alleging that Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James witnessed an incident of humiliation at one of Diddy's notorious freak-off parties. The event allegedly took place during a birthday celebration on Star Island in Miami in April 2015. The plaintiff, Joseph Manzaro, claims he was given substances without his consent and brought to the Diddy party as punishment for perceived disloyalty. Upon arriving at Star Island, he encountered LeBron James walking down a hallway clad only in a bath towel. The lawsuit quotes LeBron as saying, quote, "Y'all better do something about that," end quote, when he saw Manzaro's condition. Manzaro was then guided through an underground tunnel into Diddy's mansion, entering a sprawling party area where he spotted Beyonce and Jay-Z. He alleges that he was paraded around the mansion with a rock strapped to his face, while Diddy instructed guests to mock him. Beyonce reportedly questioned, quote, "Why is this half-naked white man with a rock mask standing here in front of me?" End quote. A friend of Diddy allegedly replied, "Diddy wants him to see what we do to those who betray us. This is part of his punishment." The lawsuit states that Manzaro was moved through multiple rooms, enduring ongoing humiliation. Importantly, Manzaro is not suing Beyonce, Jay-Z, or LeBron James. His lawsuit targets Diddy, former adult film star Adria English, who allegedly led him around, and Brendan Paul, accused of supplying substances. While Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James are not defendants, their alleged presence has sparked significant media attention. Diddy denies all claims.
they were doing. They created the pipeline. They created the culture. And they used their combined influence to keep everyone in line. Several sources have now confirmed that both men co-hosted elite parties that weren't really about networking or celebration. Instead, these gatherings were carefully planned settings used to entice drug and blackmail attendees, including guests who were underage victims.
A new Diddy accuser claiming he was sexually assaulted, raped, and humiliated at a freak-off party in Miami, and that other big stars saw him in rough shape. TMZ is all over this story. Branson Quirk joining us live. Now, Branson, let me get this right. This new Diddy accuser is basically claiming he was sexually assaulted at the freak-off party, and he claims that other celebrities were there as well.
Yes, exactly. In this lawsuit, it's important to note that these names are not being sued, but they are named as witnesses inside this lawsuit, those names being Jay-Z, Beyonce, Gloria Estefan, as well as LeBron James. Just to paint you a little bit of a picture of this horrific lawsuit, a man by the name of Joseph Manzano, he claims that he had, in the beginning of this lawsuit, he claims that he woke up in a mansion, this is way back in April of 2015, in a mansion owned by Gloria and Emilio Estefan, and when he woke up not knowing how he got there, he was then led through a tunnel to Diddy's house, and we can confirm that Diddy, his home is nearby to Gloria and Emilio Estefan's home, and once he was through this tunnel, he eventually came across and claimed that LeBron James was walking by in a towel of sorts, saw him in rough shape, and said, someone's got to do something.
YouTube, how y'all doing, man? Joe Rogan. Hey, I'm on my way back to the Philippines, man. I'm gonna do another month there. Y'all pray for me and my flight and everything. I'm nervous, man. They saying these planes dropping out the sky. I ain't even gonna call it like that. He got my back, but I'm gonna say my prayers. Okay, Lord, I'm trying to help people. Can you help me to help people? Anyway, check this out, man. We're going to promote the Music Recording Network stream, our new stream channel. It ain't new, but we are hoping that people will actually go over there and subscribe to the Music Recording Network stream. Support Uncle Mike, help a brother out. Appreciate it. You can type in on the search engine the Music Recording Network stream. Scroll down a little bit, you see the world with the yellow written stream. That's our other channel. There should be links below if you want to just do a.
and even video stills. And the stories they tell include a 15-year-old girl who was assaulted in a private setting, and the boy claims Jay-Z knew it happened. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit